At first, tech wasn't really on my radar. I actually started in the foster care industry. Like an early age, I've always enjoyed computers, and I was even in robotics. What actually got me into tech, it's a little geeky.
We love geeky. That's why we hired pretty much all of you.
Searching up coding and things like that, and I was like, what is this? I want more of this.
How's it going, Jason?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, excited to be in the studio?
Yeah, it's my first time, and it's actually really nice to be here.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we're just here to obviously get to know you. So let's start off with background. How did you get into tech? What's your tech background?
Okay. Actually, at first, tech wasn't really on my radar. I actually started in the foster care industry. And there I was a case manager for former foster care youth, ages 18 to 21.
Okay.
So I did a lot of life skills teaching, like how to get a resume going, how to apply for a job, how to do all sorts of things that you're typically learn as transitioning to an adult. So tech wasn't really on my radar, but I've always been very fascinated in tech. So at an early age, I've always enjoyed computers, and I was even in robotics. But it wasn't really until I guess college that I was just like, you know what, I kind of want to learn something new, but I never really took the time to pursue it.
Yeah.
What actually got me into tech, it's a little geeky.
We love geeky. That's why we hired pretty much all of you.
It was actually through a game called Minecraft,
Yep.
and in it there is a feature called Redstone, and with that you can make a bunch of basic OR gates, NOR gates, logic comparisons, even forms of recursion. And a friend of mine online said, hey, if you like that, you should really do what I do. And at that time he was a software developer for Microsoft, and I didn't really take too much stock in the advice from an online stranger, so I didn't really pursue it until I was really looking up how to build my own website. And through that, I kind of fell into the YouTube algorithm, searching up coding and things like that. And I was like, what is this? I want more of this. So I quit my job. I went back to college, and kind of went in and out of the field for a bit until finally I was just like, you know what? Let's join a boot camp.
Yep.
And sure enough, that eventually brought me here.
Cool. That's so awesome. So how did you find out about us? Obviously in and out,
Yes.
getting the feel for it. I like this. I'm not sure. I'm going to do it. Boot camp. And then now, how do you go from boot camp to getting connected with Bixly?
It's kind of ironic because I got connected with Bixly by actually seeing these exact videos. And I actually, truth be told, I binge watched almost all of them.
Wow. And
I really liked the environment. I liked the closeness. I loved how everybody was kind of just comfortable with the team. And I put in an application, and that led me here. And now I'm in this very seat that I was watching. So
wow. It's like a Cinderella story.
It's like a Cinderella story, yes, without the shoes.
Without the shoes. That's good, yeah. And because none of us are wearing shoes right now.
Right, no, we're all barefoot.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you saw us, the pretty polished version of Bixly on video.
Yes.
You're here now. You're in the trenches with us. What is it like now? How do you like Bixly? What do you enjoy about us now that you're here and you're working day to day? How's it changed?
How has it changed? It's just what I imagined, honestly. Everybody's really close.
Cool.
I love that I can reach out and feel free to reach out for assistance whenever I needed, any kind of assistance. Previously, in my previous roles, I felt kind of like a cog in the machine, that I was pretty isolated, pretty alone, didn't have a lot of connections in my workplace.
Okay.
But here, it's completely different.
Yeah.
Here I can reach out, I can talk to coworkers, I could, get help whenever I need it, and it's just a fantastic environment. It really is.
Cool. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. And
Yes,
I've had this
I'm glad
sentiment happening as I talk with other people. So I'm like, good, I need to keep this going.
Keep it going.
So you're still learning every day. You're continuing to grow. Did the boot camp, working with Bixly. What is new and exciting in tech right now? What's something new that has kind of come across your plate that you're like, man, I want to do more of that?
Yes.
Or has led you to even something new?
This is my favorite part. What really gets me excited is, in general, just efficiency, but AI and automation. I'm very interested in AI and automation. In fact, there's like this running gag in my social group that I'm the one who's always trying to make things more efficient. And to them, it's like, why you gotta make it like, a numbers game, But I love that. I love seeing things grow in a way that makes it, efficient, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
So AI.
Is that just so you feel like you can execute that many more things and be that? Okay. Got it.
More productivity. I like seeing things grow.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. If you're not here playing Ticket to Ride and being the ruling champion, or Dominion or something else, or obviously writing code and then working, what do you do on your off time? Like what are you passionate about? Hobbies, other things that maybe are not tech related, or could be. That's fine.
I'm a really big gamer. I've always been a really big gamer. I love. I guess going to conventions, actually, both gaming and non-gaming. Comic-Con, I've always wanted to go. I haven't been yet. I've been to some local ones. I love anime. I go to the anime conventions. I've been to every single major one all across California. I'm really passionate about that. Other than that, on my off time, I'll spend it coding. Building up new things. I love that I can think of a topic, and if I can imagine it, I can create it. And awesome. It's incredibly rewarding to be able to go into work and say, I'm having fun, and it not feel like work, and then go home and do the exact same thing, and it feels the same. So I'm incredibly grateful that I can say that. I really love what I do.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Bixly Meet the Team. I hope you enjoyed getting to know Jason a little bit better, because we definitely enjoy having him on our team. If you have any questions about what you heard about today, whether that be how to have a career in tech, or even applying for Bixly, or really anything else that they talked about, go ahead and leave those in the comment section down below. And don't forget to check out the description box down below. We have a lot of really helpful links for you guys, including a link to our custom software guide that is completely free. Also, if you feel like you're ready to start talking about maybe building something with us and you want to see if Bixly is the right fit, check out our website, bixly.com. There's a button right at the top that says Get My Project Roadmap, and that will allow you to have a 60-minute conversation with Chris for free, where we start talking all about your app idea, give you our suggestions and insight, and maybe even a few estimates on what it would look like to get this off the ground. So thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Bixly Meet the Team.